Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is your string pull and get picker here. Today we are going to talk about the LTD ec-50. Okay guys, we are going to dive into a little bit of story time of how this is one of my favorite guitars, but yet the cheapest guitar that I have. I have other guitars. My intro says, this is a place of minimal lighting and minimal equipment. But I have been playing music for many years, and although I took breaks here and there, and it's not like riding a bicycle, I have actually had to relearn a bunch of stuff. So now I am pretty much an old man, and I look forward to growing once again to what I used to be when I was a young man, and getting back into it. Music has always been a passion of mine, so let's dive right into it. This is the LTD ec-50. It's an LP style guitar. I'll show you the back of the headstock here. This guitar originally come in a sparkle silver into a black burst around it. My son conveniently named it Black Sunshine. We're both zombie fans. He didn't like it. He's never been an LP style player, but he bought it for $100. And when he bought it for $100, he played it for a little while, and then he brought it to the house, and I strummed the strings one time, and wow, these ESP passives are just really good sounding pickups for, you know, this cheap guitar, budget guitar, I guess we'll call it. So I done a complete full setup on it, done the whole thing from truss rod adjustment, leveled the neck out, leveled the frets, checked all that. I have up on this shelf behind me here, I have some luthier tools, and I've studied that somewhat. So when it comes to setting one up, I just do it myself. I always recommend, always go out and learn a skill that will save you money in the future. Kids these days don't realize, but they have the biggest toolbox in the world, and it fits right in your pocket, and that's YouTube and any other information you need to know about any kind of skill or trade or something that you can learn a little bit about. A lot of people take their vehicles to garages and auto mechanics to get worked on. When I was a kid, we pulled it up and under a tree and we worked on it ourselves. I have a man that I'm very thankful for in my life that taught me how to do that, and my brother, and he's passed away now. But that was a skill that he gave to us, that knowledge to where we could do things that would save us money in the future. That is what I'm saying about guitars and music. If this is a hobby of yours, learn it, learn it, learn it, learn it. I can't stress that enough. It will save you money just having the knowledge to do a setup on a guitar. I will go through a setup process in the near future. But as for right now, we're going to talk about this guitar. You can see I have got the string height at my height. I like it, you know, low, but not super, super low, because I beat on guitars a little bit. But we're going to do some tone checks, go through everything. I would do the output on the pickups, but for the life of me, I can't find my multimeter. So for right now, we're just going to talk about the guitar and some of the sounds it makes. Not really sure what the body is. I should have researched that before I got into this. I'm not even sure what the maple is. It's all painted black. It does have a bolt-on neck. The tuners are ESP tuners. They do pretty good, although the G usually drops tuning if I beat on it for a while, but for the most part, it does stay in tune. I can tune this thing up and put it up and get it back out a month from now, and it's still pretty good, and I have to make very minimal adjustments after playing it. We have a volume tone, and of course your three-way selector switch to go to the bridge to the neck in the middle position for these two pickups here. I did the work on the I don't know if you guys done this, but if you know, I took this guitar completely apart, electronics and all, and I bought this, I'm sorry for the glare of the light, bought this skin to go over it, and it was fairly simple to install, even though around the edges it feels like crap, because you know, it was my first one. But it did come out looking okay. It didn't get any bubbles or nothing in it. Even done the headstock up there. And so, but anyway, let's get into tones and everything, and I'll show you pretty much what this guitar can do. Okay, we are running through the Headrush MX-5. I built a rig called Warm Clean that I got several effects on, so, but we're going to go through that, have several pedals in that signal chain. And we are playing through the Carbon X100B and a 412 cab. There's a really great story behind that amp and the cab that is, I entered it into the Carbon group on Facebook and told the story, and I ended up getting like hundreds of comments and likes on that. I've wanted one of those ever since I was a kid, and ever since I seen Steve Vai posing next to one in the late 80s. So if you want story time for that, just comment, I'll let you know. This is a really great amplifier. It is a monster. I have other amplifiers that I plan to review in the future, but for right now, you know, I'm just doing camera mic, and I don't have an interface set up yet, and I do have a mic back here, but that's, you know, kind of big bulky thing. So but I am doing camera mic, so I will turn it up a little bit. Hopefully you can hear the tones pretty good. This one is Warm Clean. We're going to do bridge pickup first, and the bridge pickup is this is tuned to drop C sharp. This is my metal monster. I play this a lot of drop C sharp tunes on this. Kind of bright, which is good for gain. Middle pickup. Pickup. that's pretty much clean. It may have, I've got the mid scooped a little bit, not by a whole lot. This is a setting that I based on the Engel amplifier. It has a few effects on it too, kind of a high gain. But this one is usually the one that I use to play this. I adjust it back and forth between, you know, the EQ from mids up and down and the bass up and down, the low end. So, but this is what I have it set for now. Your bridge pickup. So middle pickup, a lot more low end, neck, even more low end. But anyway, that is it. That is kind of the story behind the LTD. I name all of my guitars. This guitar's name is Draco. In case you haven't figured it out, it's a dragon. Metal machine. It has the ability to do what I want it to do. I would do a more in-depth. I am currently learning some editing software. Hopefully in the future I will have this in a full mix so you can really hear how it sounds. I know that it doesn't do it justice by listening to the room mic because it's, you know, it always seems to distort it a little bit. However, I am currently working on Waveform 13 and some others that I'm trying to put together so I can put full mixes into the videos when I review guitars, pedals, things like that. But for right now, I hope that you enjoyed it. Like I said, this is the cheapest guitar that I own, but yet one of my faves because it just sounds so metal. I cater my videos to all audience. And I want to say something real quick out to you parents out there that have kids that are interested in music. And I want you to take this seriously. My mother is an amazing woman. When I was growing up, there were times where we, in her eyes, we were struggling, but in me and my siblings' eyes, we weren't, because we never hurt for anything. And when I was probably around 13 or something like that, I can't remember exactly, she bought me my first electric guitar. It was a cheap guitar. It was just a Sears and Roebuck Harmony electric guitar. Of course, I was new at playing. I understood why they got a cheap one. At the time, we could afford one a little bit more, but if I was going to beat on it, that would be the guitar to beat on if it broke or anything. Anyway, it didn't. I kept that guitar for a long time. I turned my little radio, had a mic input, and I turned it into an amplifier for the guitar. And that's how I got my start playing music. I used to be really good at it when I was younger. Now I have some health issues that doesn't allow me to move my fingers as fast and accurate as I used to. But my advice to you parents is if your kid is showing interest in music, and I'm not talking about guitar, I'm talking about anything. It could be the clarinet, the flute, any stringed instrument, horned instrument, pianos, anything like that, drum sets. There are a lot of parents that don't want to get their kids drum sets because they're so loud. Well, you know, they have electronic drum sets that are budget friendly and they're really good for playing through headphones. And it gives your children an outlet. My son plays guitar. He is actually looking into getting into drums. He's kind of like me. I sort of ventured out into other instruments. If you haven't noticed, there's a bass guitar right here. I play a little bit on a mandolin, and I play all forms of music. But in closing, I will say that it is the single best medicine that I ever had for any kind of anxiety, anything going on in my life. In today's world, these kids need an outlet, and a stringed instrument is a great outlet. You can play out the blues on this thing. You can play out your anger. You can play out sadness. You can use this as an instrument that is just as good a medicine that you'll take than you'll ever find in any pharmacy anywhere. So please consider it. If your children are into music, give them that outlet. Give them that ability to get rid of the stress of the day. That's all I have to say. I always tell the kids that I teach, used to teach. I don't have current students, but I always used to tell them that I'm not teaching you to be a rock and roll star. I'm teaching you to have an outlet. And what you choose to do with that outlet is completely up to you. So anyway, I want to thank you for stopping by once again, and thank you for watching. This is Ace, the string pulling gift picker, and I look forward to seeing you again. Please like, subscribe, do all of that YouTube stuff that everybody talks about all the time. If you don't, then that's fine. I'm not in this to make money. I'm just in this to share wisdom that I have that maybe you already have or maybe you don't have. And I'm asking you to share wisdom with me. Until next time, later.